Salute, salute, salute. ATP, what it do with your boy Claymore Rain. This is that ATP Combat Media Show. Look, shout out to all my subscribers. If this is your first time tapping into this content, I encourage you to go ahead and hit that invite to subscribe to the channel. Did I work out? Subscribe to the channel, man. Hit your bell icon so you get all the alerts when this content is dropping. Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk meet up this weekend. It's finally here, guys, courtesy of Turki Alalsheik. We are definitely in position now to see an undisputed heavyweight champion. It's going to be the first time in 20 plus years that we're going to get a chance to see this. So history in the making. Will Tyson Fury be able to repeat again and become a two-time heavyweight undisputed champion in this fight, or is it time? Is time come and pass, and it's time for a new king to take over the reins in Oleksandr Usyk? Oleksandr Usyk walking into this fight a unified champion, beating Anthony Joshua twice in a row to get 3 of the 4 belts in the 4-belt era. And we are looking at Tyson Fury, who's sitting on a WBC title, who you guys know took it off of Deontay Wilder. So, you know, honestly, Oleksandr Usyk hasn't been as busy as he probably could be, all considering the fact that he was dealing with, you know, and shout out to Ukraine, who's still dealing with the turmoil over there with Russia right now. But he took his time to put boxing to the side for a moment to go ahead and help his country. But he is back and, you know, looks motivated, more motivated than ever. You know how those Eastern Europeans come into the space when it comes to boxing space. They've really made a real huge presence in the space. Oleksandr Usyk also coming up from cruiserweight, being an undisputed cruiserweight champion, looking to be a 2-weight class undisputed champion in this fight here, and you know, finding a lot of success in the heavyweight division. Fought, I almost forgot to mention the Daniel Dubois fight, right, that he fought. And although there was some gray areas in that fight where it looked like he showed some weaknesses to his body, and maybe the referee may have miscalled that knockdown and allowed him to recover from that body shot, he is coming into this match fighting a bigger, taller, honestly, well, at the end of the day, way more experienced heavyweight fighter in Tyson Fury, and some would say a tried true heavyweight fighter. This guy's in the conversation for one of the best heavyweights to ever fight in the game, and definitely probably the best heavyweight of this generation or this era. So a big and tall task for Oleksandr Usyk. What are we looking to see in this fight? Well, we know that Tyson Fury is in great shape. He's cut a lot of weight. When you looked at him in his last fight against Francis Ngannou, this guy was a real big guy. Looked like his legs were under him. We saw Francis Ngannou put him on his pocket one time early in the match, and ultimately seemed to give Tyson Fury a lot of issues in the fight. Made it a very competitive fight, but Tyson Fury did manage to show his pedigree as he was able to gather himself and win the rest of those rounds, and ultimately walk away with a unanimous. Was it a unanimous? Don't quote me, but he definitely walked away with at least a minimum of a majority decision against Francis Ngannou. And now, you know, looks like he took his own advice, or took his team's advice, or took the people around him advice, who said, look, man, you came in there a little heavy. Tyson Fury came in fighting with Deontay Wilder and brought in Sugar Hill at that time, when the first fight was with Ben Davidson as his coach, who was keeping him in shape. But it seems like after that first fight, came into the second fight a big man, and continued the rest of his comeback for the rest of his career at that point, being a bigger guy, taking advantage of that, leaning on his opponents, being that 10 out of 10 times Tyson Fury's the bigger guy in the ring. But he knows he's fighting against an athletic Oleksandr Usyk. And Oleksandr Usyk, who brings a very high boxing pedigree, amateur pedigree as well. This guy's not anybody to play with. You want to be in your best behavior when you're fighting against Oleksandr, and it looks like Tyson Fury got that memo as he trained, got himself ready. He looks like he's in great shape. The last time I saw Tyson Fury in shape like this was probably pre his hiatus stage, right before he came back and fought Deontay Wilder, maybe around that Vladimir Klitschko time, around there back in the day. It's probably when the last time I saw him looking like this. So we see that he's looking great. He's reminding us aesthetically of an older fighter, but was he actually able to go ahead and turn back the hands of time and come through in this match with the fresher legs, with the higher boxing IQ? Is he going to be able to keep Oleksandr at a distance, establish that distance, keep moving, keep him on the end of his jab like he used to do? Or is he going to be a fighter like the one who fought against a Dillian Whyte or Deontay Wilder, right? Or Otto Wallen, somebody who used his size, who all of a sudden has manifested himself to become a puncher when he needs to become a puncher and stop his opponents. We'll see. Let's keep in mind also that this fight was pushed off, being that Tyson Fury suffered an injury during camp, right? So he had a cut right below his eyebrows, really bad cut. You guys can look online and see the picture of that cut, and as well as really a reopened cut that he had already gotten when he fought against Otto Wallen. He actually got a cut underneath the eyebrow, right underneath the right eyebrow, to be honest with you, and right above it, or right on it even, right? So the scar tissue is obviously still there, being that in sparring, it reopened. So he's going to have to protect that eye in this fight. Usyk has a decent, a good jab and knows how to move around that ring. Those Eastern Europeans bring that pedigree into the ring, and Tyson Fury, I'll expect, will be trying to protect himself from Oleksandr attacking that way, and I'm sure Oleksandr himself should be conscious and aware of protecting himself, protecting that body. Tyson Fury probably looking to attack that body the same way Daniel Dubois found success in that area, and we also saw Anthony Joshua was finding success working that body as well. Tyson Fury, I'm sure, is not alien or in the dark about that part of Oleksandr's game. So great fight. We got to see what's going to happen. Oleksandr Usyk brings that passion back into the game. He has a real huge opportunity right now. He's got to be super motivated. If he is super motivated, and we see the best version of himself, which I got to be honest with you, with the way Tyson Fury is approaching this, we might need to see the best version of Oleksandr Usyk in that ring that night. And maybe that's what we'll see. And if we see that, will that be enough to get him a victory and get him undisputed? If Turki Alalsheik has invested in making this fight, even have a new undisputed belt that's sponsored, I believe, either by the WBA, the WBO. Don't quote me. I know it's the W somebody, right? So there's a lot of history being made here, man. A big fight for Turki Alalsheik as well, as he's trying to make his mark in the game as hosting some of the biggest fights that could possibly be made. And, he hasn't fallen short of that ever since he tried to come in the game. He hasn't fallen short of that. All his cards and all of his events have been exciting, explosive events, unbelievable events with unbelievable fights that only a Turki Alalsheik or somebody who had access to the resources he has would be able to coordinate on the same card. So this is the big deal. But who am I leaning towards? Well, look, man, I can see either one of these guys winning this fight. I can't lie to you, man. I'm really caught in the middle to really understand which one I want to go with. There's parts of me that are leaning towards Oleksandr Usyk, who's a disciplined fighter, who knows how to control the space, who knows how to work that mid-range game. He knows how to execute a game plan. He looked great against Anthony Joshua 2 times in a row, who was a bigger fighter than him. Anthony Joshua hired, Robbie Garcia to help him fight him the second time and try to really use his size and overwhelm Usyk. And Usyk was able to neutralize all that. So I know and I believe that Usyk does have the ability to make this a difficult fight for Tyson Fury. But at the same time, it's hard to bet against the lineal champion, the ex-lineal champion of the heavyweight division, who beat the likes of Vladimir Klitschko, Deontay Wilder, beat great fighters, showed his resilience in the game, showed that Tyson Fury fighting is the game spirit that he has and he brings to the ring, and obviously been in the heavyweight division his whole career, so he has nothing that he has to adjust to. This is really his world that Oleksandr Usyk is coming into. But Oleksandr's had the time and the fight against great competition in the heavyweight division to develop a skill set and to properly grow into the division in a way to where he can compete on the highest level. Look, man, if I see Tyson Fury winning this fight, I'll be honest with you, I could see either one of these. I see the fight going 12 rounds. First of all, I don't see a stoppage. I could be wrong, but I think that both these guys' pedigree is going to be there to get them through 12 rounds. I think Oleksandr has 12 rounds in him, and it looks like Tyson Fury's in shape to go 12 rounds as well. If it's about a point game, I have to lean towards Tyson Fury to win it in that point game. You know what I mean? Now, I do see, and I'm trying to figure out in my mind if Oleksandr Usyk can hurt Tyson Fury. See, this is a big part of Oleksandr's game, because ultimately, if he's not able to get the respect of Tyson Fury in this fight and actually hit him with power shots that put Tyson Fury mind state on being aware of Oleksandr in the ring, then he'll get ran over. Oleksandr will get ran through if he's not able to establish that respect early in the match. I'm prepared to see both these guys moving around a lot, maybe even at times making this fight boring, because I don't see either one of these guys just giving it up and brawling with each other. Not at all. This is going to be a very technical fight. So Tyson Fury or Oleksandr Usyk by decision. Who am I leaning with right now? Well, if you're forcing my hand and you're telling me to go with somebody right now, I'm probably going to go with Tyson Fury, but I'm not going to be surprised at all if Oleksandr Usyk pulls this out. It depends on who can establish their game plan, obviously, first, and who can keep that game plan, right? And also, it also is important to what game plan they're bringing in there. I'm pretty sure we know what Oleg is going to come in the ring with. The question is, who's Tyson Fury going to come in the ring being? He lost all this weight. Is he planning on moving around a lot more? You would think he is, right? Establishing, that this is doing that, or is he going to use his size? Is he going to try to overwhelm Oleksandr Usyk? I think if he tries to overwhelm Oleksandr Usyk, that we're looking at a better opportunity, in my opinion, for Oleksandr Usyk to establish his game plan and win this fight. I'd expect Tyson Fury to box in this match and respect the opponent he has in front of him, but time will tell that story, obviously. You guys let me know in the comments, who are you going with in this fight? I'm really excited to see that we're finally have an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Parts of me want Tyson Fury to win, I can't lie, as well, just because we all want to see that Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight finally get settled, and that undisputed title being on the line would make it that much sweeter. So there's parts of me that just wants Tyson Fury to pull this win out, right? But we got to respect what's going on right now. We can't look past the match that's in front of us, and right now it's Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk. May 18th is Saturday coming up. We're going to see these guys face off, and when the match is all said and done and the smoke is all cleared, we're going to have a new undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I'm excited. Hope to see you guys there. Leave a comment. Check it out. If you guys are new to the channel, like I said, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and hit the bell icons as well, so you're getting all the alerts when this content is dropping. It's your boy Claymore Rain. It's the ATP Combat Media Show. At this point, we out.